Good evening. Welcome back to Play the Hits, and whoa, we made it into warehouse number 8 somehow.
Oh
How's
my
it going,
god, it's like
Chris?
magic. Man,
Let's see.
that is just one very persistent Japanese man trying to break into a warehouse full of stuff that's not his.
Yeah, only this time Oh, was that it?
Who's there?
Okay.
Holy shit.
I was just trying to investigate stuff.
I'm gonna go ahead and adjust the volume real quick because I screwed up. There you go. Now we're back.
Alright.
Oh no! There we go. Now we're back.
Alright, let's go.
Oh, that's right.
What?
Yeah, don't fight him just yet.
You and Guixiang both start off on the best of terms, do you?
No. Oh my god, Master Chen has jiggle physics. No.
Master
Oh,
Chen?
God. Well, they had to
Oh god.
put all that jiggle money somewhere. You earned a trophy for breaking and entering.
Nice.
Oh man. So it's been like what, 2 weeks and probably close to a month since we played Shenmue. How you doing, Matt?
Yeah, shit. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Even though we're currently living in the apocalypse, but
Master Chen.
Yep.
you know, all things considered, I'm okay.
Well, and it's not just the apocalypse; it's one that like we brought on ourselves. You know.
Yeah, Sarah, Jesus Christ.
Like
yeah.
we basically just refuse to fucking do anything about it at this point.
Oh, I won't give too much info, but
it appears
got some family that got the COVID.
Oh no.
Yes.
One. Well,
Zhu Yongda. How
let's
does he
see.
know my
Yeah,
father?
Raj isn't vaccinated.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, so,
Like for
you know,
any real reason, or he just hasn't gotten it? yet?
I don't think
The
so,
mirror?
but I
The
won't
one that
presume
man
to know all
stole.
the reasons.
was
But yeah,
stolen?
I have no idea
Yes.
really.
Okay.
The man who killed
So
my
I
father.
worry, but
Yeah.
it seems like he's
Indeed.
doing okay.
Do you
And
know him?
Well, I know of
I
him.
know my parents
An
were visiting
organization called
them in
Shingo
Hawaii,
Men.
and so
Its leader goes by
they
that name.
my dad got a little sick too,
I
but he's
hear a
vaccinated, so
master of a
he's
deadly martial
okay.
art.
Okay.
Yes.
But and they
He
both
used
got
a style
that
I've never seen.
what is it, the monoclonal antibody
I
treatment.
think we
So
mean the same
you know,
person.
that usually does a lot to
What
going
does
towards
this
keeping people
mean?
out of the hospital.
Please tell
Right.
me why my father.
Mm,
You needn't tell this boy
So-
anything, father.
There's all that
Father?
shit. In
No,
places
I'm
like some
bound
states
by
like
my
Idaho
promise
where
to Jules
they're
and,
over
regarding
capacity,
this boy's father.
you know, converting conference rooms and everything just so, you know, they can get
Was only one mirror
COVID
stolen?
people
Huh?
I'm asking
getting
if
some
only one
treatment. It's
mirror was
just
stolen.
ugh.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude, that's.
Made of stone.
I
I
can't imagine
If
what it's like to be
so,
working in
then there's
healthcare
one
right now. It's got to
more.
be a fucking
I
nightmare.
believe the Phoenix mirror.
I mean, I have to imagine people who
A
are. I don't
mythical
consider
bird
myself
of
on the front
Chinese
lines.
legend
Definitely
that
not.
parrots
We
human
we
life.
try not to treat people that are actively
mirror?
infected.
My house.
So
Okay.
we
Perhaps
always
Find it, and then
we need a
talk.
PCR test from within
Yes,
7
when I
days
do,
for
I'll
anyone that
return.
comes in. We
From
stopped
now
that for a
on,
couple
telephone
weeks
beforehand,
for people who are vaccinated, fully vaccinated.
and
But when
remember
Delta
the
started
password.
exploding, we brought it back. So it makes
Great.
sense. Oh, is that it? Yep, that's
I guess
it.
so. Really anticlimactic for all that you had to do to get there.
Seriously. All right, so Phoenix Mirror, blah blah blah,
Exists.
in my house.
I love that.
It exists.
That's the only clue he has to go on.
Now, do I have everything
somewhere.
I need?
Yeah,
Oh, I got
no,
some milk.
meanwhile,
Nice.
at my work, I've got a guy who's pretty vocal about telling the people in charge that, you know, we're just going to have to learn to move past COVID and not let it interfere with our normal operations. And oh my God.
Is this a someone in the congregation, or is it
Yeah.
someone who works there?
No, it's someone who's just a member, but he's very vocal and very influential, and he's just
Okay.
decided that it's time for society to just make peace with COVID-19.
With thousands of people dying a day. Yeah.
Ine-san?
It's really like
What is it?
I hate to
Well,
point the finger at an
about
age
that
group,
day,
but it's
have
very
you-
boomer
I don't-
kind of
Oh.
thinking. It's
I
you know
don't-
just I'm tired of
what?
letting it
Did I miss
interfere with
something?
my life, and so I think we just need to bury our heads in the sand and pretend it's not going on.
Seriously, I've noticed, boomers. It's very much, and the line I hear a lot is, I just want to call him the Zomi real quick. Oh, and I got Master Chen here too.
Zomi.
0468 22550. Okay. I definitely noticed with the boomers, and I hear this a lot, like at work and stuff, is we can't let fear run our lives.
Right. Yep.
And
that's kind of
in
his
everyone who's
mantra.
taking precautions is like scared or something.
Yeah. And
which
like,
is lovely to hear.
The frustrating thing is like what he's doing to kind of intimidate people is, it's like just look how many people we've lost or how many people aren't coming, and it's like we waited too long to open the sanctuary back up. We waited too long to do any like gathering events, and now people just aren't coming. I'm pretty sure they're not coming from what we've heard because they're still not wanting to go out because of COVID. So
yeah. Imagine there's a bunch of people that's like, let me find a different church that
that's actively killing people.
Yeah, seriously.
To my knowledge, we only have like one or two folks that aren't coming because like we're wearing masks and stuff like that. So
yeah, even the people who maybe think it's ridiculous, I don't think they're gonna go so far as to like.
No, I've actually really been impressed. For as conservative as our synod can run, I mean at least at my place they've been pretty good about observing the rules and just taking everything in stride.
Yeah,
and, like understanding why we're obeying this, and
yeah.
Like I said, there's one or two really vocal exceptions, and then this guy who, he's not saying like don't take precautions, but he's just like fling the doors wide open and just hold everything like we would normally. Really? And if people want to wear masks, fine. If they don't, we're not gonna say anything. And, it's not good. Because like I said, the guy's kind of influential.
I again, like I would agree with you as far as that it is one age group, but I do think it's also younger people, like young adults and teenagers who are going out and partying and stuff like that.
Yeah, we actually have a couple college students that are really annoying me right now.
Yeah.
Well, like, the only people that we actually have to remind to wear masks seem to be college students. I don't know why. I don't know. When we were in college, we didn't have to deal with a pandemic, so I'm not 100% sure how I would have reacted to it. But I don't think I would have thought I was just like invincible,
No,
and like that my actions don't matter to anyone else.
Yeah, even if I did like spur of the moment stupid things, and I've had my share of that, I don't think I would live my life.
Yeah, right.
Being like, oh, I can, I'm not gonna get this.
Sorry. I told Ine-san.
Yeah.
What did you tell her?
Yeah.
I told her what you're doing.
So,
I told her
what else is new in the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, how about that? How about the abortion ban?
Oh my
move
God.
on to one fucking
Dude,
horrible thing
Texas
to another.
is like, what is with Texas this last year? I mean, they've always been a little like. I always kind of just thought they were all talk,
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna ban abortion. We're gonna give everybody guns, and we're gonna secede from the union. And like, I always just assume that's just a lot of voter pandering to.
Which mostly it is, I think.
Yeah, but lately their governor has just been like on a crash course with like actively killing his citizens. It's
I think him and the governor of Florida, and Greg Abbott is Texas, I think, right? Is the governor
Abbott
of
is Texas. I forget Florida.
DeSantis is Florida. That's
DeSantis,
right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's I think what it is, and I think you hit the nail on the head. It's the governor,
he's a maniac. He really
I know
is.
he's not the brainchild of the abortion ban. Well, it was someone who was like traveling around, some dude who was trying to get something in the books, and I think the state government kind of cooked up something. It's like, hey, if we make a law where they can't make someone from the government the defendant, if it's just like private citizens, we deputize them, it's kind of a very evil masterstroke. But I also think, since it is still flagrantly unconstitutional, that it's being challenged now basically by one doctor who said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna provide abortions anyway," knowing that he's probably gonna get sued. Yeah,
and even if you're like, go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say what I didn't think about, and I think it's because of how broadly the language in the law is written, is that both of the people who are suing him are not even Texas citizens. There's one from Illinois and one from Arkansas.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, okay, so
like, is it just
don't even live in
citizens
the
of
same
Texas,
state.
or is it any citizen that can enact vigilante justice on a
seriously? So it's like
doctor?
you read a news story and you're like, I'm gonna sue this person? Like,
Right.
if you're I know there's like you can sue people across state lines. I don't think it's very common, but you have to prove like that they've harmed you in some way, that they, you know, maybe they were coming into the state, you know, and where you live and were doing something. The antique shop. Okay, which antique shop?
We're going antiquing.
God damn it. All right. I'll check the one place I can think I can actually go into.
Where they'll still let me shop.
This
But no, like, even if you're like,
is selling things.
even if you're like me and you know you're of the mind that, you know, there's a lot of viable alternatives to abortion and everything. Like, I've never been of the mind like, let's illegalize it and like write off every single abortion as, you know, oh, they're baby murderers. No,
completely unnecessary or something. Yeah.
Like, even if that is your line of thinking though, like, how can you support any law where the people responsible for enacting it are your fellow citizens? That, I mean,
There.
Yeah.
Good
have the Purge movies taught us nothing?
Tama, you okay?
Right?
Yeah.
Hey, see you soon.
But-
Why is
for
Tama
real, though,
outside
like-
their box?
If you had told me, you know, when Barack Obama was president, for instance, and again, I know, you know, I'm seeing through rose-colored glasses and
You
all that
hungry?
good stuff, yada yada yada.
Here,
But like,
Mhm.
in a saner time, if you had told me
you can eat it all.
that Republicans
I'll
were
bring
going
more
to
again.
actively pass a bill and urge fellow citizens in the United States of America
Here's your milk.
to be responsible for policing and
You can drink it
enacting
I'll
that
bring you
law,
more later.
I would have thought that like I was on a prank show or something, you know?
Yeah, it really does sound like something from a Mad Max or something like that.
I
that
almost
it's like,
wonder if they put that language in there thinking there was no chance in hell it would pass, and they
Mhm.
just wanted to, like, you know,
yeah, that
showboat.
like.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
I get you. Where it's just like, oh, you know what? Let's how about women be part of the draft? It's like, okay. It's like, no, I didn't mean that. I withdraw. You know.
Yeah, right.
Sometimes it's showboating, but I think for this, a lot of southern states have put in stuff that's flagrantly unconstitutional, but it still passes the
Yeah.
state. You know, the state legislator,
And then gets
it
shot
just has to be-
down.
Yeah.
It just has to be shot
Oh,
down.
it's
But in the
you,
meantime,
Lil.
before it gets
Are
shot
you off
down,
somewhere?
whether a higher
I was
court,
just going
Supreme
to the
Court
antique shop.
has
Do you
to
know if
has
it's
to do
open?
it, a lot
I'm
of times
sure
people
it
suffer.
is.
Right.
The
Abortion
sales
providers are
point of
like,
that
well,
shop is that it's open
obviously
whenever
unconstitutional,
you
but
go.
you know, we could still
Although I
get in
haven't
trouble
been there
from the
for a
state if we
long
do
time
anything.
now.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is also kind of
succeed.
the first. This is also kind of the first, like, rubber meets road instance where Trump's Supreme Court picks are seriously dismantling the system as we
like
know.
gonna yeah, it's already like this is already
Well,
like kind of softly overturning Roe versus Wade by just letting, because they could have heard. They could have like heard this case and it's like, no, we're just gonna let it happen. Or I guess
Right.
not hear
They're-
the case,
they're like-
but
They're
comment
like
on it.
their willful ignorance of the law is actually starting to do damage. Like
Yeah. And-
Got a minute?
we knew that, like, with Kavanaugh, for instance, it was only a matter of time before he would do or say something outrageous, right?
yeah.
But I guess I wasn't prepared for it to be on this scale this quickly.
Yeah, seriously.
And so now, like, we're left with the question, like, you know, if a Supreme Court justice willfully disregards the Constitution,
Yeah.
what are the steps that
something
the
my father
people
left
can
for me.
take to
Your father?
disbar them?
Yeah. See you later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's there's the whole and Biden, it's, I know he's kind of being pushed to the left and he's trying to make do on some things, but he's trepidatious. He's definitely not someone that's like, oh well, fuck it, I mean, if he was, the filibuster would have been gone already.
Yeah,
you know,
that's going to continue to be a problem for him too, because, you know, as long as Mitch McConnell is where he is, and as long as he has the filibuster to fall back on, Biden's going to be like Obama was in the last year of his presidency, he's going to be rendered unable to make any meaningful policy or personnel decisions.
Yeah.
Which really sucks because, you know, I mean, the Democrats
That's a delightful
kinda, sorta,
it was made
will do that to an extent, or they tried to do it with Trump and failed, which really sucked. But for some reason, McConnell and his cronies just get a get out of jail free card for it because, you know, they're sticking it to the libs.
Your Hazuki senseis.
It doesn't matter if it's, you know, legal or upright, you know, whatever the cost, just make sure the libs don't get their way.
The ends justify the means always with them,
right?
You know, even if we're doing something similar, it's just like, oh my god, how I mean,
this is leftist tyranny, right?
You can't get any more flagrant than, oh, lame duck for a year for a Supreme Court justice, while at the same time ramming someone through in 8 days.
Yeah.
You know, because Trump's about to get out of office.
Yeah,
like,
that
and the same
Amy
person
Coney
doing this
Barrett
even.
thing,
That is a never forget. Like, let us always talk about that all the time.
The crazy thing was, though, like, there was a direct parallel that happened 4 years ago that was widely televised and circulated on the internet. And, you know, they just went ahead with it anyways. Like, they didn't even pretend like they didn't do that when Obama tried to appoint a justice.
They keep pushing they keep pushing, and they're showing that there's not that much blowback.
Right.
So we'll just fucking do it.
Right. Like, and in fact, it actually gets them votes with their voter base.
Seriously, yeah, you're right.
Because this is a voter base that wants them to disregard the law in their favor.
The only way they feel like they can win right now, aside from cheating, you know, because obviously you see the popular vote, and without gerrymandering, they just wouldn't have much of a place in government at all.
Right.
But aside from cheating, it's also trying to be as extreme as possible. Right. And that's where you get into like these shitty, like the abortion law now in Texas. You have these governors and these people who are vying for like the presidency to have a shot sometime in the future, that they just got to be fucking insane.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, not DeSantis, Abbott is. I mean, I think DeSantis already kind of had the COVID thing, you know, and being totally against mass mandates and stuff covered, although Abbott has definitely done his share on that.
Yeah.
Just as much, really. But I think this abortion thing is what he is kind of sticking to, is like, okay, this is going to be my legacy.
Right.
You know, get on the national stage.
Okay, so we got that. Damned, yeah.
Let's get some cat
I don't know. It's the one consolation that I have in everything that's going on right now, and I'll be honest, I don't quite know how to feel about everything with going on with Afghanistan. So someone had to pull the trigger on actually putting an end to it. But at the same time, I almost feel like no one, Democrat or Republican, was prepared for just how quickly that house of cards toppled. And so, like, it really looks, even though it's not, it looks like incompetence on Biden's part. And I'm glad that it's happening early enough in his presidency that most of the on-the-fence voters will have completely forgotten about it in 3 years.
Yeah. Sorry, one more. Yeah. Sure. Okay. I'm going to be unavailable in a couple minutes, just for about. Oh wait. Oh, wait a second. The candles is
Yeah, I think we need that.
What you need in the basement,
right?
But is it the light bulb? I think it's the candles.
Maybe I should both. You got money.
Maybe I should get both. Yeah.
He just buys everything. I don't quite know what's in my basement, so.
May I help you?
Just get me 2 pounds of caramel, some paper towels and toilet paper,
and a roll of condoms.
Put it in your back pocket, Rio. All right, let's get the.
Let me get that Twix.
What are the battery? Oh, the batteries are for. One of them's for the tape recorder.
Do you already have the flashlight?
the Walkman. I do have a flashlight.
Okay.
I was wondering because
Yeah, you do.
I know you catch that one, but I think this is the one you actually find under your phone at home. Well, let's see.
So like my mind transported me from the 80s to 2021, and I was thinking Rio's cell phone. I'm like, I don't remember that. Why do you have a flashlight under his phone?
He has a Sega Saturn, dude.
He does. He is a
Dude can
time
travel the
traveler. We've
timeline,
established
yeah.
that. So where are you going in a few minutes?
Come again, yo.
Basically just to say goodnight to wifey.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess.
I guess. You know, you're my one and only. Don't
Care
worry.
for your family.
Don't worry about her. I guess let's just go back home, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
Get the damn mirror.
Diving. So, total change of topic. Lately, I've been realizing that, like 90% of the content that I consume, like media-wise, besides video games right now, it's all just like time wasters. You know, YouTube is my first choice for, like media consumption right now. Yeah. And it's not even like entertaining, you know. It's like some of it are like other Let's Players that I really enjoy, or things like that, you know. But they only come out with like an episode a week or something like that. But like I kind of caught myself doing that. Like instead of like sitting down and like engaging with something and really enjoying a story, I'm just like zoning out at the end of the day to like basically get tired or get myself ready for bed. So like I'm on a quest right now to like actually watch something new.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
So if you have any recommendations.
Let's see. I'm trying to. Oh, what's going on?
He's gonna beat up that dude on the motorcycle. Oh nope, Guixiang.
I don't.
Now do you spar with him here? I know there's one point where you do spar him.
No way. You're working with Landy?
LOL. Why would you just assume that?
If I
didn't even fucking say anything.
Why you?
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, you do spar with him here.
Yeah, I remember there was one point where they fought. I love Guixiang though. He's such a cool side character.
He is. By the way, you're gonna have to do some editing in this part. One, to stitch some things together, but two, if you could just make it look like I win this. Okay, I'm back.
All right. Can you imagine, like...
It just starts coughing up blood.
So, as someone who actually has to wear a suit a couple times a week for work,
your bodyguard.
Can you imagine anything more nightmarish and uncomfortable than actually having to perform a physical, like, fight or other acrobatic task in a suit?
Oh my god, I do not wear a suit too often, but no, that would be, especially when it's raining, maybe it's shrinking, like clinging to him.
Right.
No.
And I don't know if it's just my body type or the fact that I'm not in the shape that I used to be, but, you know, like a lot of suits, you know, I have to, you know, adjust so that I can lift my arms over my head while I'm wearing them.
Oh, I get it, yeah.
Hurry.
And, yeah, it's like that chest, that part, when it's... If you can't button it too well or something, your arms are a little
right.
But yeah, I definitely my body shape, and I guess most people's, if they want it to fit really well, you got to get it tailored. But me especially, I have like a 40-inch as far as the chest measurement. Is that your first time you see?
I think that is the first time we see Chai. Yeah.
But if I get something that naturally is okay on the shoulders and the chest, then the arms are definitely too long.
Right.
And I look like a little kid in a coat. So
yep. Yeah.
But yeah, I know they sell there are suits that are like super almost like athletic suits, and they're stretchy and everything like that. And they're usually actually a little bit cheaper.
Because when I buy them, I'm thinking I am not athletic, but these are the kind that fit me best right now. Because, you know, right now I'd like to call myself broad-chested, but the truth is it's moobs. You know, I have decent-sized moobs, but my arms are still relatively lean. like the mid part of my torso, like the waist is mean, but then I've got some pudge in my lower stomach. So, you know, it like the top button can be really lean, but the bottom button I need a little give.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense. So like,
no,
you know,
it does.
This was at the antique shop.
But I'm too afraid to walk into a tailor and have them measure my disfigured mutant
it's a
body.
sword handguard. Yeah.
Dude, it's awesome when you get
my
something
father's.
tailored.
It's a part of
Oh,
my
yeah.
house, for
especially
sure.
you know
I
guys like
see.
us who would have to shop at the Banana Republic or something because we're a
Yeah.
little
Have you
bit
seen
shorter.
this before?
Yeah.
And
Like this
arms.
design.
My arms are I would say normal to short
It
for
might be a
Yeah,
how
same
tall
here.
I am.
Have you
But
asked Anton?
having that stuff, you know, seamed and
No,
having it brought
not
up and
yet.
everything, having the
Well, you should ask her.
the inseams on the
Right.
legs brought up so
I
that you
think
got that
she's
pop
in the
of
altar
sock,
room.
you look sharp, you
Yeah.
know.
For sure.
So,
Yeah,
Okay,
I
oh.
need to, you know, within the next year, just save up and do like 2 or 3 good tailored suits and stop like lying to myself and saying, okay, I'm just gonna starve my body to get to the point where I can fit in an Express or, you know, Banana Republic suit again.
yeah, and I think the most fun thing is to get like a nice suit from a nice shop, you know, and get that tailored somewhat.
Right.
But you can also, if you find a really nice suit that's lightly used at a thrift store and the shoulders fit you really nice, I think that's the
Yeah.
hardest thing to tailor is the shoulders.
Shoulders, yep, for sure.
So if you find something that the shoulders fit you really well, like you can get some other things tailored. It's not like crazy on any other aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just go there and save a lot of money. But
Well, the other thing
to
that
find
sucks,
something
too-
modern.
Go
yeah.
ahead. Yeah.
I was gonna say to find something really modern. Usually, I guess you can find that in the thrift shop, but it's got to do some searching. You know,
Yeah.
it is.
No,
more
for
better
me, the
just to
hardest
buy
thing
it.
right now is like I want to get to know a local tailor. One for the suits, but then two, like dress shirts anymore. You know, like I said, I have the mid-sized waist, the little bit of
This
pudge
was
in
at
the
the
stomach,
antique
and then
shop.
the really broad chest.
Yeah.
So like generally,
A
I would be
sword
like a
handguard.
large dress shirt, but then if you're going
Ethan,
off the
do you know
neck,
anything about
I'm
this?
like a 16 and a half, which would be like an XL.
Oh,
The snow
so
ring,
the
the two
yeah.
stars,
So like
and
if
the
I want
sword.
something that I'm
That's
going to
the
be able to
Asuki
comfortably
family
button the
crest.
neck, it's going to be like a tent on me
And that
everywhere
mirror
else.
You're looking for.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a connection.
And do you usually wear ties
Maybe
or no?
your
Yeah.
father left us
Okay.
a clue.
So
Ties I wear
sometimes-
pretty much every day, but like
Snow ring,
suit
two
only if I have
stars,
like an important
one
meeting or it's a
sword.
Sunday or something.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes you can get away if you tie the tie
Thanks.
pretty tightly. That top button can kind of be unbuttoned.
Yeah.
And you hide it a little bit.
But then you're
but-
uncomfortable anyways
don't-
because you're strangling yourself with the tie.
'cause with the tie, that's true.
And
yeah.
the what are they called? The lapels, they pop way out to the side and it looks weird.
Yeah, after a while, it's going to be obvious that that button is
Yeah.
unbuttoned. So I haven't prayed, have I? Well, let's see what's in this drawer first.
Where can
I
it
also
be?
am like in that stage of denial too, where like I'm, even though I know people absolutely don't care. Like the moment I put on a large, I'm like, oh god, now everyone's gonna know I'm wearing a
Everyone's
large.
gonna.
It's a disgrace upon my family's name.
I get that. I think it's the dojo that I want to go to for these things.
Yeah, dojo
Yeah,
is where you
definitely.
find the
Father's room.
mirror.
Yeah.
You've got to use like the
Um,
hilt on the box, and I forget the order of operations.
It's
here.
a hit or the handguard,
Pommel.
goes in a
no,
slot,
pommel's the
and then-
part you grab.
and then you get the sword. Oh, but I need a key to get the sword. So I think that's what I'm looking, because that's when you like read. Oh, I already read this, didn't
Yeah,
I?
you did.
That letter. Okay.
This was the room with like the mystery hallway that I had never seen before.
Whoop. I'm pretty sure that yeah.
There it
What's
is.
this?
It's my
What's
father's
this?
weed. Just a bag of weed in there.
Maybe this key will open that.
That's
box.
where all of his karate wisdom came from. He just would get really high.
Just a little
Oh,
beef jerky.
God.
I'm going to borrow this for a while.
Borrow it from your dead dad. Just keep it, Rio.
Just, yeah.
What's he gonna say?
Some low texture pens in there, and yeah, I
I'm
don't
going
think
to
he's gonna
borrow it.
miss any of that.
Oh man. But yeah, no, like I just need to. So the way I see it now, like the way I'm trying to see it is, I go in, I bite the bullet, I get measured, and I get a
Mhm.
really well-fitting, comfortable suit. And, you know, if I actually meet my goals and drop a couple of pounds, then I just go back to the tailor and get it taken in, and I feel awesome. You know?
Yeah, and they could definitely do that. You
Yeah.
know, they can't add to it, but they could definitely
Right, yeah,
take
taking
away.
it in is the easy part from what I understand.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm not a tailor. But
Yeah, neither am I. But gotten a couple things tailored.
nice.
One thing was the tuxedo was, and that was the thing is like we both, my wife, you know, Addie bought the dress, but I also bought my tuxedo because I really wanted,
Yeah.
I wanted a nice tuxedo.
Yeah, nice.
That was kind of like my give for the wedding.
Yeah. But no, that's kind of my, like, professional goal, I guess, for the next couple of years, is slowly work on transitioning out of, like, the
Why is that here?
Banana Republic shirts that I've hung on to that I swear I'm going to one day fit into again, and instead
gotcha.
just get, like, a series of nice adult clothes that actually fit me.
I gotcha. Yeah. Banana
like-
Republic was good for a little while because the sleeves would
Okay.
actually,
Yeah.
you could find shirts that would be like, hey, the neck is okay.
Yeah, and I mean, I've got
sleeves are
nothing
not
against Banana
crazy.
Republic. I like their clothes a lot, but, you know, in my mid-30s, rapidly approaching 40, you know, it's not... I'm not the target audience. Like, it's literally built for, you know, like,
What's this
svelte
spot
college
for?
students.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And that's just not my body type anymore. So it's just
No.
time to make peace with that.
and that's the thing is like you could always get in shape. That it's true, you can, but I think as we're getting older,
But even then,
it
I'd
just
like...
takes
yeah.
longer.
Yeah, right.
Like it just gets so much harder.
Yeah, and even then, I'd like to have just, you know, a full wardrobe of matching, you know, clothes that were designed specifically for me. You know, that'd be nice.
You don't have to be like,
Yeah,
oh
it
gosh, am I gonna be okay tomorrow finding a shirt?
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
is it gonna
it's
fit
so
or not?
stupid what I
Like-
do, having a closet that's half full of clothes that, you know, I can actually wear, and the other half that's just there to remind me to drop 20 pounds.
Dude, I'm the same way, and it's
Yeah.
probably like more than half.
Oh, it's so
is
stupid.
when I-
Like,
when
why
I
am
was
doing this
at-
to myself?
a weight I haven't been at since my wedding, but that didn't last long. So really, like since
Like, you just
early
dropped
days
those
of
pounds for your
college.
wedding. Yeah.
yeah, I
Job
was
feel.
able to drop. I was able to drop 20, like probably like close to 25 pounds
Oh, nice.
for my wedding, but it was about a year that I had it all back on.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah.
so it was nice for the honeymoon and for the wedding.
Yeah,
but-
right.
Why
Yeah,
is
you know,
that
like,
here?
I'm
What's
one of those
this
people, like,
slot
I have
for?
no problem with motivation to work out. Like,
Yeah.
I can go 12 miles a day on my
It's
bike, and
here for a
I
reason. Is
enjoy it,
some
and it
kind of
feels good.
switch?
But then what I also enjoy is coming home and fucking eating.
It's just and those two things
Are
you gotta
incompatible.
reconcile having both of them. Yeah.
Yep. One of these things is not like the other.
That's tough because you know even for me exercising, you know, can be
Okay.
difficult.
Okay.
And but it's also like do you find yourself like ravenous after exercising? Like, oh my god, I'm
Wow.
gonna
So it was a
destroy a
switch.
dinner or something.
A little bit, but I think it's more... It's a combination of just regular bad habits that I never really dropped from, like, when I was super skinny. And the other
When your
part of it is
metabolism can
I'm kind of a
afford it.
stress eater. Like,
Mm.
you know, if
I
Yeah.
wonder where
I've
this
got a
leads.
phone call I'm not looking forward to, I'm going to grab a bag of chips and a soda before I have to make it, which is
Gotcha.
not good.
I get it. Yeah.
And the truth is too, like, you know, I can
need
I can
light to
eat
go in.
moderately, but the food, like my go-to foods are not like the best or most sensible choices. You
Yeah.
know, like if I get home from work and I need a snack, I don't go for like carrots and dip or an
Oh,
apple
no.
or something.
Me either.
I go for Cheez-Its or something like that.
And that's what sucks. Is like for snacks, it's like I'm sure there's a middle ground, but the middle ground snack is going to take effort and time.
Right. Yep.
And
And that's the other part that kind of frustrates me too about like the whole like lifestyle and
Actually,
diet
son,
changes.
Some
Like
kind of
if
medicine?
I want
It looks pretty
to,
old.
you know,
Maybe my
completely
father
change
used
my
it.
diet, then essentially we're going to be cooking 2 meals a night for my family and me. Like one that's just for me, and then like normal people food that, you know,
Yeah.
my wife and kids can eat.
yeah. I get that. I
It's
was
our family
doing
crest, a
I was doing
sake cup.
Freshly for a while, which
Oh,
is
yeah, I've heard of
like
that.
basically microwave. Because there's
Does this
ones
have
that
something to do with my
it's like
family?
halfway. They get you the ingredients and the measurements of them, and you just kind of make them, cut up the vegetables and stuff like that. And I like that,
Yeah.
but it still takes some time.
Sure.
The Freshly was just microwavable, and that was really convenient. But once the promo runs out, $80 a week for like 8 meals does not justify the cost whatsoever.
Yeah, no, $10 a meal. That's
Seriously. And two, these are
I
like
wonder if there are any clues
glorified TV dinners, basically. Like
Uh-huh.
if you're not making it right there, you do.
the fuck is
There's
that?
definitely a cost.
Yeah.
Whoa. But yeah, definitely a cost to that. So it's like, okay, it was convenient, but
Well, and
I
then
can use the
also,
light if
like,
I put a bulb in.
another thing I like about society and boomers. Hey, you did buy the light bulb for a reason. Like 30 years ago, people our age, would have
Gotta
made
make it
their
real.
first million and kind of start
Now I
prepping
just
for
need to flip the
retirement.
switch.
Whereas, like we're still squarely in, let's get student debt paid off and, start a mortgage kind of thing.
What's
Like it's
strange
just a
paper?
different
It
world.
doesn't
And
look
so,
Japanese at all.
when
Where did Father get this?
when people say like $10 a meal, that shit adds up.
No, seriously. And you're right. It's like where we are in our lives, this would be the time our parents, not even like they've already owned their house for probably 8 to 10 years.
Yeah, isn't
at
that
this
nuts
point.
to think about?
That is nuts to think
Well,
about.
like
And
you
their
come out of
kids are
school with
like,
a bachelor's degree, you get a job that makes it so that you can afford a house, a car, and a family, and you
It's
just stick
beautiful,
with that, and
but
you
why
get
is it
promoted
here?
nonstop for the next 30 years. I mean, that's.
yeah.
And granted, I know I'm not naive enough to think that's everybody, but it was a lot more normal back then than it is now.
What's that?
What's
Hey,
that?
it looks like a talisman. What could that talisman mean?
And so, yeah, like, just in this
I wonder
conversation,
if it's a sign.
our priorities are a little different.
This-
We're kind of
it
just
seems to
starting to
be
get to the
sealed.
point where we can consider like buying things like tailored clothes and like
Yeah, it's
spending
like
a little bit of
only-
money on our health.
Only the past 2 years or so have we really started to upgrade our furniture
Yeah.
and like get rid of college land. And we even have some stuff from college still. It's like, hey, this works pretty fine.
Yeah.
IKEA stuff isn't the worst.
No.
But actually we just got a new couch that's like the couch we've wanted. Like those wrap around,
Oh, nice.
has a corner kind of thing, And so getting that and getting like the big TV stand, stuff like that
Right.
is it took a long while, because that stuff, I mean, like the couch, for instance,
Something's inside?
we're I guess you could say financing it. It's 0%
says
if
good
we
luck.
pay it off
Some
within a
kinda
year or
amulet?
something.
What
Uh-huh.
an unusual
But
shape.
it's
probably not from
That's
Japan.
something we really couldn't consider. Oh, and then the treadmill we just got. We just got like
nice.
a nice treadmill. It has a tablet thing connected that connects
It
to
yells
the
at you
service
when you
where
start
can-
slacking off.
Well, there are trainers and stuff, and it's like the Peloton where you can like go live, or you can has these videos where it's like, let's walk through this Japanese fish market, and we'll make the incline when you go up a hill and do all this. So it's really fancy.
That is cool.
But it's like we couldn't do that a few years ago to like
Oh, no.
justify
Yeah.
a payment of like $50 a month or something for a couple years.
So like
That's-
you made me think of two things. The first one is to tell you that like as far as furniture goes, like
These scratches must
oh
be
yeah, I
from the
remember this part.
shells.
We've basically been playing with like the cheat codes on ever since we moved to Bloomington because there's a
Oh.
really nice guy who goes to our church and owns a furniture store, and he just out of the goodness of his heart just gives the furniture to the pastors at cost. So
that's awesome.
yeah, it really is. And like
Little nice spiff there.
yeah,
being
and
the
like
pastor.
basically we for nothing more than like a thank you card and a Christmas card every year. Like like he's just a nice man and he wants to do that, and so we
that's awesome.
and so yeah, so we were able
wonder
to
if
kind of
it's a
jump the
sign.
gun on some furniture that we really wanted because it was
This-
cheaper just to go
It
through
seems to be sealed.
him and get something brand new from a professional furniture outlet than
Yeah,
it was
seriously.
to assemble it ourselves from IKEA.
Like this ain't some IKEA stuff. This is like, and that's the thing is like IKEA's cool. I like the idea of IKEA,
and IKEA's
but
done a lot to kind of reinvent themselves in the last couple of years, but
to not be so cheap. That's true.
Mhm. But at the same time, still being super competitive price wise because you assemble
you
it
think
yourself.
about our parents, and this is furniture that could be passed on.
Right.
Maybe not couches; those really do get a lot of
No,
wear,
you don't want
but-
to pass on the couch to anyone.
No, but like dining room
Even a good
tables,
couch.
things like that, like
Yeah.
that stuff would last, more than a lifetime, a couple lifetimes.
Oh, right, yeah.
And like nothing from IKEA is gonna do that.
No, but-
even these days. But
I
you know,
forgot
you
what
can
the second thing I wanted to say was, shoot, it'll come to me.
Its father when he was young. But who's that with him?
We still haven't figured that out, have we? It's not what's her face's the teacher from
No,
Hong Kong. It's not her brother.
No, they tell you who that is.
They do?
Shenmue 3.
Oh, Shenmue 3. Gotcha. All right. I still gotta.
I won't spoil anything.
Thank you.
Except to say that it is who you think it is.
Oh, okay, I was wondering. I was like, that's definitely the guy he killed, right?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, and then that's all I'll say.
okay, I know I have to move that shelf. Obviously, I just don't know how to. Wait, let's
Just
see.
fucking push it.
Floor scratches.
Crap, there was something else I wanted to say that was really relevant, and shit.
It'll come back to
Food,
you.
furniture,
Fucking.
becoming adults, something. Well, anyway.
Okay, what do I do? How do I push this thing? Do I just look at the scratches again?
Oh yeah,
Oh God,
that's literally
really?
it. Fucking Rio. I like how he's still wearing his socks down here. You have to change those.
Oh, here we go.
Ah, yeah, there it is.
Huh? That wall. The color's slightly different.
The texture is way off.
It hasn't quite loaded in yet.
Oh man.
Hmm?
Also, yeah, going
Different
back
sounds.
all the way to
This
what
is it.
started this. Yeah, I've like dedicated myself to like actually finding some like real shows to watch, and once again, it's fucking Apple to the rescue. Oh, that was my other. Go ahead.
What are you watching?
I'm since we're
Can I
getting
break the
Apple
wall with this
TV
axe?
for free right now, I decided to check out C with Jason Momoa.
Oh, I haven't heard of that one.
It's good. It's good.
Okay.
It's
What's the
Apple
breakdown?
TV is obviously still in its infancy, but like that's kind of that and Ted Lasso are kind of their killer apps right now.
Yeah, I've heard good things about Ted Lasso.
Ted
There was
Lasso is
another
good.
one.
This is the
Ted
Hazuki
Lasso
family
is
crest.
genuinely good writing and television, and I'm not like a super sports fan, but it's well written and
This box.
it sucks
Yeah.
you in enough that you learn to care about it.
Yeah, that's. If
It's
a show's
also
well
soccer,
written and it
which
does.
is more entertaining than anything in the West.
Oh snap!
It's the Phoenix Mirror.
It's the Phoenix Mirror. You get the
Yeah,
super item sound effect for
That
that.
deserves its own sound. Like,
Oh, so anyways, it just jogged my memory. The other thing that I was going to say is, you were talking about the fancy treadmill.
yeah.
I'm going deeper and deeper down the rabbit hole of the Apple ecosystem. The next thing, once it's time for Sarah and I to actually start paying for these Apple services that we've been getting for free because we just upgraded devices.
I was gonna say, how are you getting it for free? But because
Yeah.
you're in the Apple family.
So what Apple
basically.
does, it's really clever. You buy an iPhone, right? And they give you like 6 months free of Apple Arcade and Apple TV and all this good stuff. And then once you get used to it, particularly like the music app, and you can't live without it, that's where they get your money.
Oh yeah.
But what we're thinking about is doing Apple One,
Okay.
for a couple of reasons. One, it has all of the leisure apps that we're starting to really enjoy, like music and TV and everything. But then also 2 terabytes of cloud storage, and then the icing on the
Oh
cake.
nice. Okay.
The icing on the cake is I think they're gonna work to loop in their fitness stuff on that, and that's where like like the the Peloton bikes where you can like join live classes and things like that.
Ryo-san,
Yeah.
try and get home earlier.
Wait. So
okay?
Apple has a service like that?
Yeah, Fitness Plus.
So it's like a mobile thing, but you can do like home workouts or something.
Yep,
And
home workouts
okay.
on your iPad or Apple TV, and they're interactive.
Yeah, I gotta say, I was on the treadmill today, and I was doing one of those like not live, but like a walk through like a fish market was what I was doing today.
Right.
And then I was like, I want to do a little bit more, but I'll just do the manual. And I borrowed Addie's iPad, and I used the Netflix app for the first time on that thing. It's like, holy shit!
Yeah,
like,
I gotta say, like
Netflix look like crap. Like
this time 10 years ago, I was firmly in the Microsoft forever, fuck Apple camp, and
the
then
service is still great. Like,
and then I got like a deal for upgrading to an iPhone, and it's just been like an avalanche.
Oh, dude,
then.
I remember that. I was like, oh, you got an iPhone? It's like, oh yeah.
I got the
nice.
iPhone 4. Yeah,
I remember.
and then I've just been getting sucked in ever since. And I gotta hand it to Apple. They're 90% of what they're doing is just clever marketing, but it's almost insidious the way that like one thing leads to another. So that like before you even know it, you're like fully entrenched in all of their services, and there's just no going back, basically.
Yeah.
And I'm making it sound like a bad thing, but it's actually really useful. Like it's nice to actually have all of my stuff in one place that's completely interconnected across my office, my home, and my leisure devices.
It is one of those things that's like, oh no, they got me. Like, no, it's convenient.
Oh no,
Google
damn,
started charging for synchronizing everything, my passwords, my logins, all that stuff. Oh shit.
Mother's Earth.
Father 7.
Mother's Earth.
No, it's 9 Dragons.
You're full of shit, Max.
9 dragons.
Mother's Earth.
Oh no, you were right.
Comrades.
Comrades.
Because I remember
I was going to lead you astray.
Master Chen, please.
Excuse me, but you are...
My name is Hazuki.
Remember I kicked your ass in the park?
I was about to say, that sounds like Guixiang a little bit.
Found the mirror.
Oh, that's Guixiang. Here we go.
Come to warehouse.
Oh, there we go.
Kind of sounds like he's been smoking,
Hey,
but...
it's me, the guy who kicked your ass.
Okay, wait, what time is it?
You want to get dropped again?
Can I make it?
Yeah, you can make it. If you can't, they'll just send you back home.
That's true. I don't like pissing off Ine-san, even though there's literally no... I love that you could just save whenever.
It'd be great, like Rio has a complete change of personality. Ine-san can suck a fat one. What up?
He dyes his hair.
11:05, Ine-san. What the fuck you gonna do? 11:05.
Yo. Oh yeah, I can do this actually.
This is a White Claw. I'm gonna drink it right in front of you. He's like rebelling, but he's rebelling in a way that only Rio would think is rebellious.
Yeah. He's still a fucking square.
Right.
God, the music, they have a lot of different songs that you don't hear all the time, and it's just like, oh yeah.
He buys a leather jacket, but it's from Sears. Oh god. Gets a Vespa and starts riding it around.
Oh my god.
Oh god. That'd be so fucking great. Rio just like realizes he's never gonna catch Landy, so he starts lashing out. Like really weird ways.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Where are you looking,
He like
Rio?
starts talking to strange women. What are you doing?
See you later.
Do you want to get breakfast tomorrow? Hey, what's it you and I get out of here and I buy you an ice cold milk?
Oh, I can't talk to her again. My god. There's something to her, isn't there?
Then I'm going to drop you off at home and I'm going to call you over the weekend.
She like tells you like Nozomi something's going on. Maybe
Oh
maybe
yeah,
not
you do
tonight.
run into one of her friends and it's like, "Hey, yo, Nozomi's worried about you and shit."
Yeah. Okay. I
Oh
was
my
like,
God.
I thought it was her in front of the arcade. Oh, that was lucky.
Nice.
Shit. Or no, I think at this point in the game, it just comes up when you...
Oh really? Whenever you get over there.
Get in there.
He just won't go in the bus. He's thinking about it. I love this idea of like pseudo rebellious Rio.
what he thinks rebellion should be, or just that's about as far as he can go. He's so milquetoast.
Yeah, right.
All right, 11 p.m. I think is the when Rio kind of freaks out. So I think I'm good.
He does all of his
just like-
homework, but he turns it in a day late.
This way. Wait. Yeah.
What
Yeah.
the fuck is this kid doing at the docks at 8:30?
Seriously.
Oh god.
I still get a little confused by the docks. I got, oh shit, am I going? Okay. I might have gone the wrong way, but now I'm going the right
There
way,
you
whatever the case.
Rio comes back home having rented an R-rated movie. Which he then proceeds to watch after 9 p.m. with the volume not turned down.
Really?
He doesn't brush his teeth before going to bed. Oh, shit. You realize we're just describing Hank
I need
Hill,
to go
right?
To warehouse number 8. I have an
Rio
appointment
is
with
still
Master
just
Chen.
Japanese Hank
What's
Hill.
your name? Dio Hazuki.
Oh, there is a
I've
Japanese
been
Hank
expecting
Hill,
you,
isn't
sir.
there?
Please.
Yeah, but
go
Rio
on
was
in.
the original.
He's the OG.
Was that Hank Hill's brother's name? Oh no, Junichiro.
Okay.
I don't
I
know
would
why
never
I
remember
remember that. I haven't seen
Yeah,
that episode in probably
seriously.
12 years, but
I know you're right, but like that sounds
Hank,
sounds right.
this is your brother, Junichiro. That was probably my favorite episode of King of the Hill, or two
That
episodes.
was actually a really good one. That was when they were in the sitting room of the whole
the whole
hotel
time.
the whole time.
There's like this beautiful suite that they never entered because Peggy's too
Yes.
stupid.
It's made of Phantom River stone.
They're like, oh, they're so conservative here. I guess we just got to get used to
Why
it.
did Landy only steal the dragon?
And then
egg?
the premise was
He
so
probably
stupid.
didn't
Cotton was gonna
That-
spit on the prime
He was gonna
minister.
spit in the prime minister's face for what, World War II, basically.
Yeah, because he was pissed off that Junichiro didn't accept him as his true father.
Oh my god.
Oh!
That
Oh my
show was
god, and the
so
part
above
where
my
they're like
head
going
for,
back and forth at the subway, like from one person to another, and he goes, why don't you just ask for mentor? He goes, that is not the way we do things here.
Gee-yo.
Japanese customs are exhausting
It's
in
a
this way.
legendary Chinese monster that will devour this world of
Oh
ours.
god.
Hank, like,
It
can't this
appears
train go
Landy
any
will try
faster
to
than
make use of
oh
both
like,
mirrors.
it's already going like 200 miles an hour or something.
Right.
That even
And then
I
finally
don't know.
Junichiro snaps, I kick your ass!
Allow him to get that mirror.
That's Rio.
That was, I think that was like a twofer, wasn't it? It was a two.
Yeah, it was a two-parter.
Mirror.
Ah, that was good. Oh yeah, Bobby was playing DDR.
With the little Japanese girl, that's right.
Yeah.
How
Oh
the fuck
snap!
did he get in here?
Seriously.
You mean to tell me that fucking Master Chen doesn't have like armed guards watching the fucking windows?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Japanese Gollum.
Oh, Hazuki, push that button.
Oh shit!
QTE
I knew it. Okay.
Why did that make him drop the mirror?
He's not gonna try again.
So he was I was super surprised to see him in Shenmue 3 because I'd been operating under the assumption that Rio straight up killed him at the
Like
end of
killed
this.
him, yeah. Because it's like
Thanks.
if he's gonna Lon D, you
Is
would
it the
think
work of the Mad Angels?
if Chai's still
Mad
alive, then
Angels?
he knows about the mirror.
Right.
Always
So
have trouble
I
with
always
that
kind of
gang.
assumed in Shenmue 2 that he
Those
didn't know about the
bastards.
mirror.
Uh-huh.
But I guess Rio is like off the grid a little bit
Yeah.
until like the end of the game.
But Chi-Yu
Correct.
men. Yes.
But yeah,
the
like
Chi-Yu
Chai,
men
Chai
and
was
Mad
the
Angels
biggest like
are linked.
out of left field. I mean, like
they are
not,
the
not that
ones
like
who
Rio
target
necessarily
Landy here.
would murder anybody, but I just assumed that in that
So,
fight
if
things
I
were
find the Mad
so
Angels,
desperate
I'll
that he,
find
you know,
Landy.
he knocked Chai into the
Nah.
river and Chai didn't
It's
come back
almost
up,
like
so he's
he
dead.
was-
you know?
He was pushed to do that.
Then
Yeah,
where
you
do
right.
you go?
And
which
you
kinda
know, the
made sense.
police were he was getting on a boat anyway, leaving the country, so
Hong Kong.
Well, yeah,
it wasn't
and, you
really
know,
a
that
question
kind
of
I have a
judicial.
request.
Request.
Like, if the moral of
What
this
is it?
game is like revenge is consuming
get to
Rio,
Hong
then it
Kong.
kind of makes sense for his character
If
to
so,
like,
then what?
you know, actually have to kill somebody.
I'll find Landy.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, that's what he wants to do with
and
Lundy.
then he'll
Yeah.
kill you.
Mm.
He's too strong.
And
What
maybe
did you
he
say?
thought. I mean, I haven't
Stop it.
played through Shenmue
I
3.
must
Maybe he
avenge my
thought
father's
Chai
murder.
did die. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't make
But
like
you don't
they're
stand a chance.
like you don't see him for a whole game, and then all of a
Well,
sudden he
if
just
it
kind
was
of
you-
pops up out of left field.
Suppose your father was
Like
murdered.
that was one of
What
the
would you
areas
do?
where I felt like they couldn't think of something better to have happen, so they just brought Chai out of thin air.
I'm sorry, but I can't.
Though if you look
Let's
at,
go,
I guess
Guixiang.
if you look at like beta footage of
Master Chen,
like,
please wait.
I guess what became Shenmue 3 back when it was
You should
still
not waste
like
your
a
life
sequel
on
being developed for the
revenge.
Dreamcast, they like showed Chai in some rural village or something like that.
Oh, okay. So they always planned on that.
Right, yeah, like they showed Shenhua's village, and it looked completely different than like what we ultimately got on the PS4. But you know, it was still very clearly rural China, and like Landy or not Landy, Chai had like kidnapped her or something like that.
Men
Okay.
and Landy.
So the Chiyu men.
Seems he left for Hong Kong.
There's like what, 4 of them, right? It's like the main super gang bosses or something.
Oh,
Londi
I didn't
being
know
one
that
of
they
them.
were numbered. I just
I don't know if
assumed
they're
that it was like, you know, Cosa Nostra or something. You know, it's just a name.
Yeah, because they're like drug kingpins, basically. But whoa, 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 whoa,
Oh
whoa.
shit, that's not what you want to see.
Why?
That is not what you want to see. Go ahead and save that shit again in a different slot.
What the?
Oh no.
What? Why?
What is happening here? Let's just all take a fucking time out.
Let's take a fucking minute here.
There we
Okay.
go. Okay.
What the hell?
Wow.
Did not like that.
The PS4 just made you shit your pants on camera.
Not the first time.
Oh my god.
Sure, all moves, whatever.
You know, when you consider like the advantages of consoles and PCs, you know, consoles tend to easily have it in terms of reliability, but every once in a
Yeah.
while, like, you're reminded that they're really just dedicated gaming PCs and they just do weird shit like that.
And it's kind of a closed system, you know. If shit gets wrong to a certain degree, you're kind of helpless. It's like, I guess I
Right.
gotta send it back in, you know, and have someone else. That's what it's kind of nice about. Once I've built this computer, I do know kind of the ins and outs of it because I did everything with it.
Right.
And so it's like when that RAM, oh yeah, the RAM, I didn't tell you about that. It was kind of stupid. Is I got the 2 sticks of it's like the nice RAM, the G Skill.
Oh, nice.
What do you call it? It's well, I mean 3600, but they're Samsung B-die RAMs,
Okay.
and it's I don't remember like the speeds or anything like the what do you call
32,
it?
36.
No, they're like 16, 14, you know, but the megahertz is 3600 megahertz.
Oh, 30. Okay, yeah. No, okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
but yeah, anyway, and they're also RGB. And that's kind of what
Nice.
clued me in is I got
So it's 10% boost to your speed.
yeah, seriously, yeah. Just like chain steering wheel makes your car go faster. But so they're RGB. It's 2 16 gig. Oh.
Fuck yeah, money.
What is
Holy shit.
not
Guess Hong
yeah.
Kong's out.
At this point, oh, because he just withdrew all his money. Okay.
Oh. So that wasn't a look of like, holy shit, found money. That's like, this is
Yes,
all I had?
That's like, this is all I had. No, little kid like me in high school and middle school, it was like, holy shit.
Yeah, dude, I remember the
how many
first time
capsule
that like I
toys can
worked
I
a minimum wage job and got an $80 paycheck. Holy shit. I fucking bought myself a video game and had money left over for that week.
Oh, come on. That's awesome. Yeah, that was amazing back in the day when you didn't have to like pay rent or something.
Dude, do you realize, like, I guess the last thing about like growing up, if we're talking about that shit, we're like overnight, I feel like we've raised the minimum wage, and we absolutely should. The minimum wage should be a livable wage. But like, I feel like just in this last year, we've begun getting serious about bringing it from like what, $8 or $9 to $15.
Yeah,
which
and that's
is
great.
absolutely
like...
where it should be. But you know, I have vivid memories of, you know, I didn't work my way through college. I had a lot of financial aid and help from my dad and everything. But I also had a part-time job, and the minimum wage I was making there was $5.25.
Holy shit! In college?
And then like I remember when I, you know, got a little bit more responsibilities and I was making $8 an hour, and I was like, holy shit, I'm on top of the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're right. It should be a living wage, but
Oh yes.
what was I gonna say?
Nozomi there?
Yeah. How long has it been? It started with like fast food workers. That was a big push.
No, thank you.
All right, if you're sure.
And like
yes,
different
sorry
retail
to bother
people
you.
being like, oh, $15 an hour kind of was in vogue. And that was only just like the past few years, like, well, maybe like the last 7 or 8 years or something. But
no, in 2000,
all it took was COVID.
Yeah, in 2003, the minimum wage for a grocery store worker in 2003 was $5.25.
5 something, yeah.
And you know, like I said, I got like an $80 paycheck, and I was like, holy fuck, yeah.
Yeah, Illinois is not much better. I think still our minimum wage is like 7 something.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, the federal minimum wage is what, like $7.50 now or something?
Yeah, correct.
I don't know.
But you know, it's crazy to think though that in you know the 17 years since I got that grocery store job, you know, people have gone from having to make, like, I'm not saying this like it's a privilege thing and they should be glad they're making what they're making, but like the livable wage for someone has gone from, you know, $5.25 to $15 just because of inflation. It's actually kind of a nightmare, but you know, I mean, it's just wild to think of how different those numbers are.
But if it wasn't for like people taking advantage of the not taking advantage like in a bad way, like losing their jobs and being like, oh, here's some places that oh, we'll offer you like $9 an hour to be a server or something like that, and it's like, I'm making more in before it expired, the enhanced unemployment, right. And it's like, I mean, yeah, can you really blame people to be like, why would I work when I can get this right now? Like,
and like actually try to pursue something that I want to do. Yeah.
Yeah. And pursue passions and creativity. And what happened is people did get incentivized to go back to work because all of a sudden McDonald's and Target and these places were like, oh, you know what? Maybe we should like start paying like $15 an hour. And they just did it. They just started doing it. And it was like, oh, it's almost like they could have done this the whole time. Like, interesting.
Yeah. And you know, but like, you remember when we were kids and like we would always like hear stories from our parents like, oh yeah, I remember when you could go into McDonald's and get a burger for, you know, a quarter or 15 cents, like that.
Yeah.
That's going to be like when my kids get their first job and I talk about how like I only made $5.25 an hour, you know, bagging groceries. They're gonna be like, oh my god, that's not even money. That's like less than what I have in my pocket, you know.
You could only buy like 2 sodas after a day's work. That's crazy. Right. It's like, no, inflation.
Yeah, no, like the concept of inflation that's the point of my story, I guess. The concept of inflation had never really solidified to me until this year.
Yeah, it is crazy. For me, it's kind of like looking at old-timey photos of like butchers and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like gallon of milk, 5 cents. And
yeah,
like,
right, exactly. Because occasionally I'll still catch myself like when I go into a like a gas station, I just want to buy a Coke, and like in my brain, I still expect it to be $1 even, right? And like I'm kind of insulted when it's not. to the point that I think about not buying it, and then I just have to remind myself that it's not 2005.
Yeah, I get, and it's like, and I'm the same way with just certain things.
Like I intrinsically know what they should cost, you know.
And I think it's because that time in our life that would be what we would be doing, is going to a gas station, like first starting college or something. And it's like, okay, let me get my Red Bull, let me get my Mountain Dew or something. Yep. And I think it's also something that
Hong Kong. I should talk it over with Fuxan.
Well, where is he? Is he in the dojo? Where the fuck is he?
He's just prowling around his house. Fuxan! Where the fuck are you?
What the fuck are you? Like, obviously, it's like high school feels like a long time ago. Elementary school feels like much longer.
Yeah.
College feels like it was 5 years ago.
Yeah, like way too recent for how long it's actually been.
So as far as the inflation,
freaks me out. Like I keep waiting for this to stop, but I'm starting to realize it's not going to.
It's this train ain't stopping, man.
Like events in my life that feel like yesterday are just going to get further and further away, and like I've just got to learn to really enjoy the present.
Yeah.
Like having my son turn 7 fucking years old.
Oh my gosh.
This last month has been an absolute brain fuck for me. Like I
can imagine.
Like when I think of 7 years old, it's like you said. I'm thinking about college.
Thank you for
but
everything.
Realistically, I haven't been in college for 12 years. That's insane.
Yeah,
yes,
that is nuts.
Now that
and like I also have like occasionally like I'll catch myself in a lapse of thinking where like I'll remember
Rio
an event
just lied to Ine-san right through his fucking teeth. Like, yeah, I'm gonna focus on school, Ine-san. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen here,
right? or like I'll have this like moment where I'll think of something that I meant to do, and it's like, oh yeah, I should really follow up with that. But it was literally like 2011, and like everyone this thing would have mattered to has completely moved on, and that ship has sailed.
This is Fuxan's room, and I never checked it. And he's not. Oh wait,
does Ine-san sleep on a couch?
Seriously,
or
yeah.
Two couches? What is this?
Okay, this is.
I mean, I guess she is a rather small lady, but
Fuxan has his own room, so that's my room.
Fuxan sleeps on the floor of the dojo where he belongs. Oh man. Okay, here we go. This will be where we conclude the episode.
Yeah.
You know,
he also seems to play a lot of Virtua Fighter, which hasn't been released yet.
Yeah,
there's one, that's true.
But the Wita.
Fuxan invented Virtua Fighter.
I'm thinking of going to Hong Kong.
He's a multi-millionaire.
Yeah. It appears that
maybe he invented the Saturn too.
But
yeah, right. Like what Rio actually has is a prototype Fuxan's working on.
Not alone, you won't. I'll help you.
Getting his ass beat day in, day out by
gets the creative juices flowing. Yeah,
his master's abusive son.
Right.
Ine-san, do you have a minute?
Gave him the inspiration for Virtua Fighter.
What is it?
Fuxan and I are gonna go fight some drug lords.
But I'm thinking of going on a trip.
Look at his. Why did he do that?
Yes.
Go ahead, say no. I dare you.
Yeah.
Good. You could use a vacation.
Get in my way.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where
it's
are
not.
you
It's not the.
going?
It's not for murder.
It's not for murder. I swear to God.
Hong Kong.
It seems the man who killed the
God.
Kosugi-sensei is
Fuxan,
there.
come
Fuxan.
Ine-san, please give him the money for the trip. Idiot.
Idiot. Yeah.
What are you planning
Also,
to do,
how much
Rio-san?
cash does Ine-san have? Like, why is this even a thing?
This is crazy. I can't let you do this.
Damn, Ine-san laying down the law.
Well, he has to get there
Wouldn't it
somehow,
be
Ine-san.
great, like, in
I'm
order
not
to go to
missing
Hong Kong,
Ine-san.
you have to freaking
End of
best
discussion.
Ine-san in a fight? Like, this game just decides to go complete and total kung fu, like, out of left
Takes a
field.
lot. What?
It turns
What
out
did I
Ine-san
do?
is like the secret
You didn't
grandmaster
have
of
to
the
tell her
Hazuki Dojo.
everything. I'm
The
sorry.
secret master.
Right.
Hmm.
Like, she played,
I'm going
for
to have to
Rio's
do this
entire
by
life,
myself.
she donned the guise of a humble servant, but really, like, Iwao was completely submissive to her in all ways.
Physically, sexually.
Financially. Ine-san like fucking
This could be food
owns
for that
everything.
I'll take
She
it to
fucking
the
built
kitten.
Yokosuka.
Ine-san's gangster shit.
Landi only parked in their driveway because Ine-san let him park in their driveway. Oh god, Max, next time on Play the Hits, we conquer Ine-san.
God, out of context, that doesn't sound very good.
We will conquer Ine-san.
All right, we'll see you then.
See ya.